Am I live? I think I'm live. Forgot to plug in my headset. Seems to be important. Microphone, you know? Communicate. We only have an hour today. Because we got a bunch of real life stuff to do, so an hour while my laundry's in the dryer. Hey, Lucky. Let's cultivate this field. This field needs lime, but since I screwed up and bought a fertilizer spreader that for some reason can't spread lime, I need another 20 grand to buy a lime spreader. So I'm hoping by the time I've got this field cultivated, seeded with oilseed radish, fertilized once, and then seeded with, or then cultivated again, and then seeded with a crop, I've got enough money to buy a lime spreader that's bigger than that little junker that we have. If not, we'll use the little junker. Oh, you finished the combine? Awesome. Yeah, it's coding. It's little game bugs that people have made mods to fix that so that the same exact spreader exists out there that can do lime and fertilizer. I just didn't have it downloaded. A little bit dark here in the trees section here still. What was quick? Having the combine? Last time you were saying you were thinking about putting on Mod Hub. Have you decided to throw it on Mod Hub or not? And yes, I know we have a brand new tractor sitting there. We did use it a bit yesterday. We weren't live streaming for that. We used it quite a bit yesterday when we were weeding because it was dark out. There's crop on there. It's like weeding is perfect for that tractor. Your internet's broken. Yeah. Unfortunately, Elon Musk can't help you out there either yet, because the initial release of Starlink is only going to be for the very northern countries here. So Canada and Russia are going to benefit from Starlink. I wouldn't mind testing out Starlink. Wonder how good of a reception we would get. Never find out because our internet or our apartments don't allow us to put up any kind of dishes, any kind of receivers. So, hey Rensme, how's it going? kind of hard to tell. Maybe there's nothing there. Couldn't tell if I missed something there or not. Guess I could turn my lights on. No. Oh, Crazy Brother 2 killer bees? Yeah, they've named them, the bees that are here in BC, murder bees. But the media is making it much worse than it really is. It's not a lot of bees here in BC, and they can't survive the winter. So in the summer they'll come up from the US, but they can't survive our winter over here. So they'll die out every single winter. So in the summer they'll come up and they'll try to make sure they keep an eye if any nests come up here and stuff like that. But because they cannot survive the winter, it's not a super big deal. I think the reason why they're coming up further north is because, well, our winters are staying milder than they used to, so they can survive further north. They can survive in the US further north, and that means in the summer they can migrate up here. So not a big deal yet, but they are here, and those are big. I guess they're not really bees, they're more like wasps, and they have smooth stingers, so they can sting like indefinitely times. Hey, Nathaniel. He said that the combine was finished. Yeah, Lucky, you guys are still running copper? Yeah, I'm on copper too. Luckily, almost everybody around us is on fiber, so copper has opened up a bit. We have 2 copper lines going into our house, going into the modem, so we have double the line, which has made a big difference. But you can only go so fast. We can't get our internet to go faster than it is now. And all because we have completely brainless, dumbless owners for this apartment building. When they were installing fiber, it was free to install fiber. And our owners didn't want them to come into the building to install fiber in the building. Unbelievable, complete idiots. So we can't get fiber here while we live here. But 2 copper lines, and the fact that none of our neighbors are on copper, well, the whole apartment building is on copper, but the fact that none of the other buildings around us are on copper, they're all on fiber, has given us decent bandwidth. But it is what it is. But Starlink should be coming to the whole world. They've released enough satellites to cover the northern countries. I got a feeling that next they'll do the south. They want the most isolated places first. That's where they're going to have the most customers, right? So it'll be interesting to see how fast the internet is and how reliable it is. And because if it's super fast and reliable, I am now willing to move out into the boonies and live almost off-grid. And property is cheap out there. In that case, I can afford property right now. Alright, so you're using a satellite dish for internet right now. Yep. And Starlink is going to be a small little dish. High powered little satellites because they're flying in low Earth orbit. Low latency, they're saying, so it should be interesting. Yeah, Elon Musk is pretty brilliant. He's crazy, but he's brilliant too. So, he's definitely going to change the world. You're off the grid? So, what about electricity? Is it all solar? Or generator? Today will definitely be a short video because I have laundry going and Jess is chopping. I gotta go pick her up in a little bit, and I have to go run to the store and just buy some stuff too. So it'll be a short video today. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. So you got a big water tank to bring in water. Big diesel generator for electricity, solar power during the day. Yep. Yeah, I've looked at some properties and I'm like, yeah, that looks perfect. I love it, except, oh, you don't have any internet? Okay, what can we get for internet? Oh, so I'd be paying this many $100 for this very slow internet. I don't know if I'm willing to do that yet. I'll continue saving money. Oh, plus you got 20 batteries that charge up during the day. The solar charges up the batteries. Oh yeah, that makes sense. A cell bank. Yep, it's a good term for it. They're battery cells banked together. After I'm done after I'm done cultivating this, I'll grab the new tractor and fertilize this with the new fertilizer spreader. Set up a GPS for the fertilizer spreader. Don't understand the leg. It's got to be the map. Yeah, I guess Rensme, you'd probably want a battery pack in there too. Maybe some deep cycle batteries to charge. I don't know if you want deep cycle batteries. That'd be a lot of weight to carry on too. Well, you said it's going to be electric, so there will be batteries, but batteries are heavy. But yeah, have solar panels charging it during the day. I wonder if you could design it so you could charge the bike at the electric car charging places. That'd be neat. You could set it up so you could charge a battery bank on your bike to be charged up by a... Because those things are along the highway all over the place in BC. Oh, so you, Lucky, you took 2 containers, like sea cans, and used those as a home till you built your own house. That's pretty cool. Yep, I like that idea. Yep, you put 2 containers, build a roof in between the 2 containers. Yep, I like it. Perfect temporary housing. couple more passes here, and then we grab the New Holland. Oh, yep. If you put two shipping containers down, put another 2 shipping containers on top of those, I'd almost want to build a deck between the first container and the second container. And then you cut holes. You know what? That would actually make a decent permanent house if you put the first 2 containers on a nice foundation. You can make that into a permanent house, or at least use it as a temporary house, plumb it, and then in the future use it as a work shed. And of course, between the two, you have build a deck in there, and then a roof on the top. Unless you want to have it big enough for big rig to fit between the two, then you wouldn't want to build a deck on the first level of the containers. Yeah, if you, well, I don't think it'd be legal to rent out, but that'd be, I like the idea. Might be legal. Okay. Needs lime. Building codes, what are those? When you're living way out in the middle of nowhere off grid, I don't think most people would follow building codes. You could rent it out, yeah. And sea cans are quite cheap considering what you can all make out of them. Alright, let's park this tractor and let's grab our New Holland. How many hours on that little tractor? How do I see that again? I don't know which one that is. Can I just 50.1 hours. 50.1 hours. 9.3 hours. 37 hours. So yeah, that's 7 hours. So this was definitely run the most hours. Oh yeah, we had to buy weight for the front. We found it could not pick up a lot of these items because how heavy they are. So had to buy a weight for the front of the tractor. Sure will not take long to fertilize this field. Holy smokes, that's a good spread compared to what we've been doing. Let's set up GPS. Did I not? I turn it off instead of? Oops, wrong button. How do you do a track again? Don't remember. Alt-E. There we go. Okay, so sea cans cost $600 for four big ones. Nice. 100 hours. You should do a full service on the blue tractor. Okay, how wide is the actual fertilizer? 24 meters? I think that's what it did on the... $24? Yep, so let's just call this... just a spreader. So it's going to be fertilizer and lime is going to be the exact same size, so... One. Oh. What? What? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's certainly not going to be a lot of work to spreading like this. When you're in the C-can, the shed roofs are the balcony. Cool. Hey, Trev. Can't really hear the tractor when we zoom out this far. Sure fertilizes the field fast doing it this way. Of course, we waste more fertilizer because of the overlap here, but you love living in sea cans, but it's too hot in the summer. I think that's what that comment means, and I agree. Sea cans, because they're made out of steel, they're ovens in the summer. Yeah, neither of them will let me repair. I don't know, so I don't think we're gonna because let's turn grass off. We're gonna keep these roads kind of all in the place they are, so we're not gonna put these fields together. But when we buy this property, this field will get bigger. That field will get bigger. When we buy this property, like these two will eventually become one big field over here, right? It'll be one big field in there. But I think the next property we're buying is this one here. And then this field will get extended till there. And this field will get extended over here, but there'll be farmland expanding. We're just growing it naturally. But these two fields will eventually become one field once we've bought more property here. And that is on the list as something to buy soon. We need a lime spreader before we do that. I thought I had bought a lime spreader, but I bought a fertilizer spreader because I didn't read. And then we're going to need to upgrade our sheds too as we upgrade tractors. We're running out of room. Property is cheap. It's just under 100 grand. Okay, so we just did that. We're gonna seed. Okay, we don't need the New Holland to seed. How do you pronounce that? Ecker? Or Etcher? I mean, it'll take a while to get to the property, to buy the property, but it'll be, once we have the, once we replace this little lime spreader here. Hey Iron Thunder, once we replace that little lime spreader with this one here for $20,000, it's the one we're going to get. After that, I think the plan is a vineyard right there for 12 grand. After the vineyard, the plan is just a small free open silage pit, and then after that property. So then we buy more property. Heads up, Iron Thunder, I'm only online for another 22 minutes. Definitely going to feel like a short day streaming today, but is what it is. Are you at home or are you at your grandma's place? Okay, so your sea cans has got 4 bedrooms and 2 washrooms, 2 showers, 2 kitchen. The water tank. Did you put the water tank on top of the sea can? I could buy that spreader if I wanted to. Yeah, I guess I could. Loans, we don't have loans here. There's no banks, but I could sell the other spreader and get that one. I could sell the other spreader. I mean, the game would allow us to do loans, but we don't. We're out in no man's land. There is no bank here. I guess that's not super realistic because even out in the Wild West there were banks. But I don't want to make loans. Make it harder. I want to make it harder. So you have the water tank underground. Okay. You just need a pump to pump it up then. Oh yeah, yeah. You can catch rainwater. In Canada, it's illegal to catch rainwater without a permit. Going to do anything if you're a small residential place and you collect rainwater, it's unlikely you'll get fined, but technically the law says that you have to have a permit and pay taxes on any rainwater you collect. The reason for it is because some big corporate company had a plan to collect rainwater and then turn everything below that into desert because they would just collect all the rainwater. Yeah, it's illegal to collect rainwater. I don't know if maybe it's not Canada-wide, but here in BC it's so dry. Collecting rainwater could really drastically impact the environment because it needs all the water it can get. So the reason why they made it illegal is because some big corporate company had the plan to turn hundreds of acres into collected rainwater. I don't know how, but it was some stupid, weird plan. It's what I've heard. So it is illegal to collect rainwater here. Nope, nobody will come and enforce it for your own home, whatever. But had to write the law because of corporations. I haven't done any research into it, so I don't know any of the details, but I heard a report about it on CBC radio the one time. Not that the radio's always right, but yeah, I found that interesting. Yeah, so what you would do is if you have a lot of property in the hills, you build a ditch system to collect all the rain together, put it in a big pond like they do in Manitoba. In Manitoba in spring they actually pump out of the ditches into big water reservoirs. I believe you need permits for that too. And then throughout the summer they use those water reservoirs to irrigate your fields. Yeah, I like hearing the crows now. They're not super distracting, but you definitely can hear the crows now when they're in the field. It's a good mod. It's funny, friends, me too. Really sleepy recently. I think it's this whole social distancing thing. It's just wearing us out. That's okay. We'll get through this. We'll get through this darn thing. How much time do I have? 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. So I won't be able to get this field done. I'll have to finish it next week. Hey, David. That reminds me, I'm yawning as well. I'm tired. How much is a bigger speaker? What? Are you using text to, or speech to text, so it may have misquoted you. Or maybe you're actually asking how much is a bigger speaker. Oh, why don't I use the New Holland? Okay, so the New Holland would be perfect for this. So why don't I? How much is the big? Yeah, you're asking why not use the bigger tractor. So the New Holland, I could use GPS and go up and down this field and seed this field with a New Holland. It would go at the exact same speed because we're limited by the speed the seeder can seed. But we could have the GPS going. But the biggest difference is the maintenance. The maintenance on this old tractor is a couple of dollars. So it'll probably be $5-6 of maintenance fee after doing this field for this tractor. Using a New Holland, it'd probably be closer to $80 for maintenance fee. So it's a lot more expensive running the New Holland. And since we're trying to save money, I'll run the small old tractors till if the little small tractors can handle the job, I'll run the smaller tractors due to the maintenance cost. And if we get a bunch of people to come join multiplayer here, then obviously we'll use that tractor as well. But when I'm the only one here, Farmer Joe's out chopping, so she's not here online or on the farm. So when I'm playing by myself here, we'll definitely use the cheaper equipment, save some money. Why don't I get a bigger planter? Yes, I want to get a bigger planter. But why would I get a bigger planter if I have no problem keeping up on these fields with a small planter? We're fast forwarding time because I can keep up with all our fields with our current equipment. So once again, the maintenance cost of the bigger seeder planter it'd be more expensive running a bigger seeder planter. And we can keep up with the equipment we have, so we really need to buy more property before upgrading our tools. And the reason why I'm upgrading the lime spreader is because that small little lime spreader, you have to drive all the way to the store to fill it from a pallet bag, a bag of lime. And then drive it all the way back here like 3 or 4 times for one of these fields. If we get the big lime spreader, we can buy the lime bulk right here at the farm. It gets delivered, and that's because the mod for that little lime spreader is not done correctly, so that's why we're upgrading the lime spreader. I don't think it's going to take super long to upgrade, because right now we're looking for 20 grand to buy the spreader. The vineyard's only 12 grand. The silo pit was what, around 5 or 6 grand, I can't remember. It might be less than that. And then after that we save up for the property, and the property is going to be about as much as it was for the New Holland tractor, so it might be another couple of weeks. But we'll get there. I like how hard it is. Of course, if we get a bunch of rain next week, then I'll be on next week. If it's raining here, expect to have extra live streams during the week. I'm on vacation next week. Not this coming week now, the May long weekend. After that I have vacation. Well, I guess if you're not in Canada, you don't know what a May long weekend is. After May 15th, I'll be on vacation for a week. We plan on doing a bunch of camping and stuff like that, so day camping. No overnight camping, but day camping. Yes, so definitely expect some extra streams next week. Probably not every day, but maybe every day, who knows. No, probably definitely not every day, because we plan on driving to Vancouver one of those days, or maybe 2 of those days as well. You'll be at home as well? Cool. Should be a fun week. about $200,000 all added together. Because if you think about it, we've been saving money quite quickly because we bought the tractor. We added GPS to the tractor. So the tractor is about well, it's under 100,000, but and then we bought the fertilizer spreader. That was 20,000. The vineyard's going to help us make money. It could be basically what we've played so far in this game, doubled before we can get that other property, but with the upgraded tractor for potato harvesting and seeding, it's going to be a lot more efficient. But still, we don't have more fields, so we're not going to make more money. We have to increase our income. So far, basically, we've been increasing our expenses and not increasing our income. Actually, you know what? I'm going to quickly check something out. I can't remember. When we bought that trailer, did we pay for all the tanks and stuff too? If so, we could also start selling milk. Got our water trailer here, and I don't remember when we bought this trailer. Is it going to cost extra to put a milk tank on here, or did we pay for all that already? It's going to cost us $1,000. Do you know the Subaru Breeze? I can't mentally picture it right now, no, but won't buy it right now. Won't buy it right now. It's tempting to buy it right now. The extra $1,000. Just park this to the side. Okay. What about the Subaru? Oop, not the button I wanted. There we go. I'm going to hit save game again just in case. Doing something weird. I don't know, do I like the Subaru Breeze? Let's find out. We have about $700 worth of milk. So it would not quite pay for the tank. So I'm thinking maybe postpone buying the tank until we have enough milk to pay for the tank. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Rensme. It's like, ah yes, I've seen a bunch of these on the road. Yeah, it's a nice little sporty car. I like the looks of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Subaru Breeze. But I'm gonna have to get going. I know you got more to say about the Subaru Breeze, but I have to go. Yeah, if I bought the milk tank now, eventually I would make the money back. It's your dream car. Yeah, it's a nice car. It's a nice. It's a small, sporty little car, right? So, I think it'd be a good car to own. Yeah, eventually that milk trailer will definitely make its money back. We'll definitely have to do that. I just don't know if we want to do it now or a little later. We might do it now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next weekend. This weekend happened way too fast, so. Jess says the deli is out of farmer sausage. What do I tell her? If they don't have farmer sausage. I'll just tell her to get some other kind of sausage. Any kind of sausage. Okay, thanks. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good weekend, the rest of the weekend. You guys rock.